Let's continue the techniques of the mind and talk about techniques of visualization that are wonderful to use in the second stage for pushing. So if you remember the second stage, you're starting the second stage with your cervix completely open, the size of a bagel. Your cervix has been pulled up and out of the way. There is nothing blocking the exit to the uterus. So your baby can now easily slide down into the birth canal. So let's talk about things that you can imagine, things that you can think about that can help that process. So hopefully you've already listened to the Get Huge mantra. The Get Huge mantra is wonderful, both for the first stage of opening the cervix and then imagining the birth canal wide open to allow your baby to pass through and move out into the world. And I love this image that I showed you before of the birth cave, right? The sea cave where the waves come in and then push out, and just imagining, as a student of mine did, that her birth canal was this gigantic and that her baby was going to easily be carried out on the next wave. And so these are messages that you're giving to your body, suggestions that you're giving to your body, allowing it to open, allowing it to be just completely relaxed. And these visualizations go right along with the top-down breath. So let's just remember for a moment that you've got your horizontal muscle fibers, you've got your vertical muscle fibers in the uterus. And the first stage, the vertical muscle fibers pull up on the horizontal muscle fibers, getting them completely up and out of the way. And then in the second stage, those same vertical muscle fibers change what they're doing, and they start to shorten from the top and shorten from the top and shorten from the top, making the uterus smaller, 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 and simultaneously pushing your baby down and out into the world, into your arms. So when you imagine that happening, you can imagine tightening with your breath, tightening those abdominal muscles from the top, and just imagine that you're pushing your baby head first down a slide, head first down a ski slope, head first into home base. I love trying to imagine images that will assist your body in knowing what you're asking it to do, right? You're talking to your body, you're talking to your baby, you're going over this event over and over in visualization, just like a professional athlete goes over what they want to have happen. So this easy transition from being in the uterus to being in your arms is what you're imagining. So another image that I like is imagining your uterus is just like this tube of toothpaste, and you are squeezing your baby out just like you want to squeeze out the toothpaste. So you're tightening from the top of your uterus, and as you do, you're squeezing, right? And of course, we have to remove the cap. We want to leave the perineum wide open so that that baby can move out into the world. So you're imagining that as you do these breaths. So, and I love, love, love this image, just reminding us like there is power in this, right? Can we celebrate the fact that at the end of the second stage, your baby has moved through your body? Make sure you've listened to the previous videos and paid attention to the information about the urge to push, the information about what your muscle fibers are doing, how to breathe with your body in the second stage, all the things that pair together, right? These are puzzle pieces you are putting together. The education that you have, along with the breath that you're going to do, along with the position you're going to be in, and then what do you do with your brain? And so some of this visualization, like imagining your baby head down, you can do while you're still pregnant. Part of what you can imagine, like the Get Huge mantra, you can start doing when you're 37 weeks pregnant. You know your baby's fully cooked. It's safe if you go into labor at that point to give birth. And so you can just give your body permission to start opening up. And then your birth canal, you're just imagining that it is also wide open. You've got all the yummy hormones that Mother Nature gives you while you're pregnant to make everything stretch and open. Your pelvis is unencumbered. If you're in an ideal position, your hips are 30% wider than if you're lying on your back. All of these puzzle pieces fit together to allow this miracle to happen and to allow your baby to be born with just grace, really. Grace, ease, and you being able to just focus on that little being just right from the beginning of their life. So these are pushing visualizations, stage 2 visualizations, very specific to being in that place of imagining your baby being born. And remember that you can still do the head to toe visualization. You can still do the vacation visualization. You can still do all of the other techniques that we've talked about before, along with that top-down breath where you are keeping the perineum wide open and relaxed and working with your body that's already working to push your baby out.